If you plan on moving for your early retirement, for your financial independence, then you should probably do this one simple thing before you make the move. Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cash Flow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. The short answer here is to analyze the cost of living on average between where you live now and where you plan on moving to. Now, why would you want to do this? In order to estimate the equivalent lifestyle, what it costs where you're going to move to versus where you are currently living. Using the cost of living index is a great way to get a pretty good estimate of how much it would cost for you to have an equivalent lifestyle to what you are living now in your new area. I have the perfect scenario for you on how to apply this to your own financial independence plan. But before we get onto that, I just want to say real quick, I do have another video where I talk about decreasing your expenses is one of the most important things you can do in order to achieve financial independence. And I'm going to point you to that video at the end of this video. So please make sure you stay till the end. But now let's get into the scenario that I want to use in order to help illustrate how you can apply this to your financial independence plan. Let's look at the most moved from state and the most moved to state in order to create our example. In terms of pure numbers, not in terms of percentages, the most moved from state is California. And the most moved to state is Texas. California has the largest number of people moving out, and Texas has the largest number of people moving in. Again, not relatively, just absolute. In order to make this example better, let's look at it on a city basis, not necessarily a state basis, because different cities within different states can cost dramatically more or less. So I used a random city generator in order to generate a random city in California and a random city in Texas. And what I got for California was San Jose, California. And what I got for Texas was Mesquite, Texas. These are two very different places, as you're about to see. But the next part of this scenario includes you hitting the like button on this video. If you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure you like it, give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and I would really appreciate that. Okay, but seriously, let's get back to it. For the example city in California, which was San Jose, California, it is located in the northern part of California, and it has a population of around 983,000 people. Mesquite, Texas, on the other hand, is located east of Dallas, and it has a population of 148,000 people. But let's look at them when it comes to cost of living. If you're someone who's moving from San Jose, California to Mesquite, Texas, what equivalent lifestyle is it going to cost you in Texas versus in San Jose, California? Well, if we look at the average cost of living, it says that the average cost of living of San Jose is $215 versus $97.8 for Mesquite, Texas. That is a 54.5% decrease in the cost of living on average, with housing being the biggest difference. So housing in San Jose, California is so high that it is driving up the cost of living on average very, very high along with it. Now let's take this and see how you can apply it to your own retirement plan. But before we do, this leads me to the big question here. I want to know from you in the comments below. Do you plan on moving somewhere else when it comes time for you to retire, when you become financially independent? Or do you plan on staying in the same location? Please let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. But getting back to how you can apply this to your own retirement plan, all you have to do is take the difference in the cost of living between the two cities, the one where you currently live and the one where you plan on living, and then multiply that by what your current spending is. So for example, with the scenario that I presented before, it should cost you about 54.5% less to live in that part of Texas versus that part of California. Here's how you can apply this to your current spending. So let's say that you lived off of $80,000 per year of spending while you were in San Jose, California. If you want to apply this to Mesquite, Texas, what you have to do is subtract 54.5% from that number in order to find the equivalent lifestyle in Mesquite, Texas. So in this case, if we did the math, it would be $36,400 of the equivalent spending in Mesquite, Texas. So that is $43,600 less to live in that part of Texas versus in that part of California. And you can apply this to any two different cities that you're looking at when you're looking at the cost of living on average. Now, is this a perfect example? Is this a perfect way to look at how much your spending is now versus how much it's going to be? No, it's not perfect, but it's a great starting point to get an idea of how much it's going to cost for you to live a similar lifestyle in a new city versus where you live now. And it can always be the reverse too. You could be moving from a cost of living that is lower than where you want to live. Maybe it's a higher cost of living. So you can go ahead and look at that and try to make adjustments to what your spending is expected to be in the future when you plan on moving there. And you know what else you can do? You can take a look at another video that I created for you, my complete guide to slashing your expenses so that you can achieve financial independence faster. That video is going to pop up on the screen in just a second right after I get off the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashflow.com, and I hope to see you next time.